Davos is a municipality in the district of Prättigau Davos in the canton of Graubünden, Switzerland. It has a permanent population of 11,136. Davos is located on the Landwasser River, in the Swiss Alps, between the Plessur and Albula Range. At 1,560 m, it is the highest city in Europe. Davos is host to the World Economic Forum, an annual meeting of global political and business elites and the home of one of Switzerland's biggest ski resorts. At the end of every year it serves as the site of the annual Spengler Cup ice hockey tournament, hosted by the HC Davos local hockey team. History: the current settlement of the Davos area started back in High Middle Ages with the immigration of Eto-Romans. The village of Davos is first mentioned in 1213 as Davos. From about 1280 the barons of Vaz allowed German-speaking Walser colonists to settle down, and conceded them extensive self-administration rights, causing Davos to become the largest Walser settlement area in eastern Switzerland. Natives still speak a dialect that is atypical for Graubünden, showing similarities with German idioms of western parts of Switzerland, especially the Upper Valley. In 1436, the League of the Ten Jurisdictions was founded in Davos. From the middle of the 19th century, Davos modelled on Sokołowsko became a popular destination for the ailing because the microclimate in the High Valley was deemed excellent by doctors and recommended for lung disease patients. Robert Louis Stevenson, who suffered from tuberculosis, overwintered in Davos in 1880 at the recommendation of his Edinburgh physician Dr. George Balfour. Arthur Conan Doyle wrote an article about skiing in Davos in 1899. A sanatorium in Davos is also the inspiration for the Berghof Sanatorium in Thomas Mann's novel Der Zauberberg. Between 1936 and 1938, Ernst Ludwig Kirchner, then at the end of his life, depicted Davos and the Junkerboden. His painting has a both romantic and pantheistic atmosphere and simplified formal structure. In the natural ice era of winter sports, Davos, and the Davos A Stadion was a mecca for speed skating. Many international championships were held here, and many world records were set, beginning with Peder Stlund who set 4 records in 1898. The only European bandy championship was held in the town in 1913. Subsequently, Davos became a famous ski resort, especially frequented by tourists from the United Kingdom and the Netherlands. After peaking in the 1970s and 1980s, the city settled down as a leading but less high-profile tourist attraction. Geography: Davos has an area, as of 2006, of 254.5 kilometers (2). Of this area, 37.1% is used for agricultural purposes, while 19.7% is forested. Of the rest of the land, 2.2% is settled and the remainder is unproductive. The municipality is located in the Davos subdistrict of the Prättigau Davos district in the Landwasser Valley. In terms of area, it was the largest city in Switzerland until the formation of the municipality of Glarus-1/4d in 2010, and is the largest in the canton of Graubünden. It consists of the village of Davos, which is made up of 5 sections, and the hamlets of Laret, Wolfgang, Klavadel, and Spina in the main valley. In the side valleys there are additional hamlets including Fla-1/4 Dishma, and Satig. Davos lies in a high valley, the connection to Klosters needing a pass of only some 70 m ascent from Davosdorf. This tiny pass results in a flow direction of the river not corresponding to the main traffic routes of road and railway to the northeast but flowing in a southwesterly direction. 3 long side valleys reach out to the south from the main valley. Demographics: Davos has a population of 11,136. As of 2008, 23.7% of the population was made up of foreign nationals. Over the last 10 years the population has decreased at a rate of 5.5%. Most of the population speaks German, with Serbo-Croat being second most common and Italian being third. As of 2000, the gender distribution of the population was 49.1% male and 50.9% female. The age distribution, as of 2000, in Davos is 1,102 children or 9.7% of the population are between 0 and 9 years old, and 1,435 teenagers or 12.6% are between 10 and 19. Of the adult population, 1,733 people or 15.2% of the population are between 20 and 29 years old. 1,897 people or 16.6% are between 30 and 39, 1,806 people or 15.8% are between 40 and 49, and 1,498 people or 13.1% are between 50 and 59. The senior population distribution is 902 people or 7.9% of the population are between 60 and 69 years old, 677 people or 5.9% are between 70 and 79, there are 318 people or 2.8% who are between 80 and 89, there are 49 people or 0.4% who are between 90 and 99. In the 2007 federal election, the most popular party was the FDP, which received 36.3% of the vote. The next three most popular parties were the SVP, the SP and the CVP. In Davos, about 74% of the population have completed either non-mandatory upper secondary education or additional higher education. Davos has an unemployment rate of 0.85%. As of 2005, there were 239 people employed in the primary economic sector and about 86 businesses involved in this sector. 1,118 people are employed in the secondary sector and there are 123 businesses in this sector. 5,565 people are employed in the tertiary sector, with 615 businesses in this sector. From the 2000 census, 3,950 or 34.6% are Roman Catholic, while 5,321 or 46.6% belong to the Swiss Reformed Church. Of the rest of the population, there are 10 individuals who belong to the Christian Catholic faith, there are 439 individuals who belong to the Orthodox Church, and there are 274 individuals who belong to another Christian church. There are 8 individuals who are Jewish, and 79 who are Muslim. There are 56 individuals who belong to another church, 832 belong to no church, are agnostic or atheist, and 448 individuals did not answer the question. The historical population is given in the following table. Climate: Davos has a subarctic climate with an average of 126.7 days of rain per year and on average receives 999 mm of precipitation. The wettest month is August, during which time Davos receives an average of 135 mm of precipitation. During this month there is precipitation for an average of 13.6 days. The month with the most days of precipitation is June, with an average of 14.2, but with only 120 mm of precipitation. The driest month of the year is April, with an average of 55 mm of precipitation over 13.6 days. Sports: Davos is known throughout Switzerland for its famous ice hockey team, the HC Davos, who play in the Swiss National League A. Their home arena is the Vaillant Arena. Besides being famous for cross-country skiing, offering some 97 kilometers of pistes and the largest natural ice skating field in Europe. On that field a bandy tournament was held on the 6th of January to celebrate the 100-year anniversary tournament of the European Championships. 1. There are 6 main ski areas in winter, with a total of 200 miles of slopes, Parsen/Gutschner, which connects to the partner town of Klosters from Davos-Dorf, Jarkschorn, which can be reached from Davos Platz directly, Pischerhorn, which can be reached by frequently running buses into Fla-1/4 Valley, Rheinhorn to start from Davos Glaris, Madrieserhorn located in neighboring Klosters. Schatzalp is privately owned by the Schatzalp Hotel and a speciality is a decelerated skiing area. All areas offer summer transport as well onto the main peaks from mid-May until end of October. The remote side valleys heading towards the Engadin area are worth long hikes towards the passes of Sitagorske Tapas to reach, for example, Piskesh, an ultra-prominent peak. To the north there are no valleys but rather a direct one-day ascent to continue across a pass into the Schanfigg Valley towards the rival resort of Arosa, or even to continue to Lenz ahead in a 2-day hike. In 2016, the second European Bandy Championship in history will take place in Davos. 2, 3, the first one was played here in 1913. Culture. Davos is home to 7 sites that are listed as Swiss heritage sites of national significance. These heritage sites include the Town Archives, the Kirchner Museum, the Grosses Genatschhaus and the Forest Cemetery. Several hotels and spas are also included on the list. The 3 hotels or former hotels are Burghotel Schatzalp, the former Grand Hotel Belver Copyright Diary, and the Saar 1/4 CHEAH Paragraph in Clinique von Gabriel. Davos hosts annual meetings of the World Economic Forum. The city was featured in an episode of Viva la BAM, when cities around Europe were visited. On March 14, 2003, a festival called Winter Jam was held in the city and bands such as Sum 41, Crazy Town, and Guano Apes performed during this event. Research. Davos boasts several research institutes, the AO Foundation focusing on trauma and disorders of the musculoskeletal system, the Swiss Institute of Allergy and Asthma Research, the WSL Institute for Snow and Avalanche Research, and the World Radiation Center. Notable residents and people connected to Davos: Paul Ackerler, born in Davos in 1967, former Alpine Skiing World Cup overall champion; Skander Zogu, born in Davos in 1933, the current first in line of succession to the former Albanian throne. Iori Podledchikov, is a Russian-Swiss snowboarder. Russian-born Podledchikov grew up in Davos, Switzerland, and graduated from Sports High School Davos in 2008. In Sochi, Russia, he won the gold medal for the half-pipe at the 2014 Winter Olympics. See also, Davos Man, Global Risk Forum GRF Davos, Lake Davos, List of ski areas and resorts in Switzerland, Short Sea, The Magic Mountain, World Economic Forum. References. Further reading: Davos, Switzerland, together with Chamonix and the Italian Lakes, Leipzig, Karl Bauerdecker, 1922, OCLC 4,248,970. External links. Official website for tourism information, davosrestaurant.com. A Euro overview of all restaurants in Davos, the Junkerboden under snow in Davos from Kirchner, in your city at the Thyssen, a Thyssen Museums project on FLICKR. Pictures Davos, Municipality of Davos. A Euro official website, Martin Bundy, Davos in Romansh, German, French and Italian in the online Historical Dictionary of Switzerland.